I'm Eleanor Counselman. I'm the president of AGPA. I've been coming to AGPA ever since I was a new professional, and it's really been my professional home. It's been a place in which I've grown up. When I first came to AGPA, I had just started, I don't know if I was even leading groups, but I was certainly very inexperienced at leading groups. And I came to AGPA at the suggestion of some people I was working with who are already involved in AGPA. By the way, I think this is the way many people end up starting AGPA, at the suggestion of more senior people. And I didn't know what to expect. I'd been to some large professional conventions and I just felt very lost. But AGPA, right away, my very first workshop, I felt welcomed in, and that the instructors were personable and interested in getting to know me as a person. And I've been coming back ever since. And here I am, president, looking forward to being president through our 75th anniversary year. One of the things that's important to me as president is to keep bringing in and supporting our new young professional members. Young professionals nowadays so often finish their graduate training and they go to work in clinics and agencies where there's very little in-service training nowadays, not to mention the terrible pay. Or they can't get a job in an agency or clinic or counseling center, and they go into private practice and they're isolated and dealing with a caseload that's often very heavy and very difficult. So our annual meeting offers a great place for these young professionals to come and get supported. We have a tremendous scholarship program. Each year we offer close to 200 scholarships to help support new professionals to come here and begin to become part of the AGPA family. One of the most underpaid and difficult areas to practice, of course, is working with the persistently mentally ill. And 2 years ago, I decided, along with my cousin, to fund a scholarship in honor of my cousin's mother, who is my aunt. She was a psychologist, and she was really the big influence on me choosing psychology as my career. She spent her professional life dealing with the chronically mentally ill, and my cousin and I decided to honor her by endowing a scholarship that's given each year now to someone who works with this very difficult and underserved population. I've been a member of AGPA for over 30 years, and I have seen changes in a very positive direction. A couple that I'll mention. One is what I already said about the scholarship program and really supporting our new younger professional members. Also, we are working very hard to be an inclusive organization, to be a more diverse organization. We're paying a lot of attention to that. This year, for example, all of our institute faculty had diversity training before the annual institute. A third area that happened really sadly as a result of 9/11 has been a significant increase in our community outreach. After 9/11, AGPA members here in New York and in some other and in Washington and other areas led groups for people who had been affected by this terrible trauma. They did this pro bono, and it was terribly meaningful work. Just as an example, I heard recently that one of those groups is still continuing 15 years later. Obviously, tremendous service to its members. The group that spearheaded this is called the Community Outreach Task Force, and they are on the job whenever there's a need, a community trauma, Katrina, for example, the recent shootings, the recent crane accident. We reach out, we offer them help, we sometimes send someone to lead grief groups or whatever is needed. We are there. And we also have a lot of resources on our website about community outreach. One of the things that I want to see happen over the next several years is increasing the public recognition that group therapy is a specialty. It requires specialized training. Sadly, many agencies don't understand this. They have groups run by even bachelor's level, or certainly people right out of graduate school who've not had the appropriate training. Groups are about connection. If you think about most mental illnesses, there's a significant relational component to that, and what better place to work on that than in a group? But leading groups is not for the faint of heart and is not for the unskilled. So one of the things that I really want to help AGPA promote is recognition of what it means to be a trained group therapist. That's really what our credential, the certified group psychotherapist, means. That's an important credential, and I want to really see that that gets better recognition. One of the things that has kept me and so many members coming back is this is an organization that has a heart. AGPA cares about its members. You feel this right from the moment. If you call the office, you do not get a voice menu. A real live person answers the phone, and they often recognize your name. And this is an organization that cares about its members. So that's what keeps me coming back. I think people should join AGPA if they are interested in group therapy, if they are interested in becoming comfortable with affect in the room, with learning about interpersonal process. I say to people that I train who say, oh, I don't think I could ever do group. I say groups are everywhere. Relationships are everywhere. And come to the annual meeting. You'll have a great time.